we've covered queries and tables, just the basics. Let's say that you want to do reports. Reports gives you a way to, output information without necessarily having to change table or query data. So I could easily, make a report on any table. Let's say employees. If I wanted to, I could use the report wizard here and just make a report based on what I have, in the table data. Nice, way to, and then I can toggle between different views here. So I can go to design view and drag and drop and move things around. I could go to print preview, see what that would look like. I'd want to do that landscape, I guess, if I did, but you get the idea. And then close print preview, and I can go over here and I can specify report view. Just different views, layout view. So I'm not going to save this. In the next example, we're going to create a report based on a query here. Let me open this in the design view. And this is just showing last name, first name, week, hours. Basically the hours worked for a particular week. So if we were to run the query, it would give us weeks 2 and 1, and the hours worked. And we do it like this. We could do it based on last name. You could sort different ways, but alright, so if I wanted to build a report based on this query, I could click on create, and with that query highlighted, I'm going to click on report, and it will generate a report. And then what I can do is I can group. So in this case, I'm going to add a grouping, and I'm going to base this on last name, and basically that'll group it by last name, so I have multiple records here. And if I go over here to views, and I can choose print preview, this is what it would look like. And this is alright, but it's not aesthetically pleasing, and you have this kind of a staircase look here. So one of the things I can do, let me go out of print preview mode, go back to layout. Alright, so I'm in layout view, and then one of the things you can do in Access 2010, I don't believe you can in Access 2007, but I can drag this field up here. And that'll just kind of, it moves it up to that line, and you can modify this. You could also take it into design view if you wanted to, and get a lot more specific with your report generation. But if I were to look at the print preview now, notice that it looks a bit different. And then another thing that I can do, another operation, I'll stay in layout view. I'm going to select this column here, highlight, and whereas before I chose, I could choose group and sort, I can also choose totals, and I'm going to select sum. And if I do that, notice it'll sum up all the values in these fields down here. It takes maybe about a quarter of a second. Sometimes that you can see it'll like auto generate the sum there. So let me put it into print preview, and again you'll be able to see what it would look like if it were printed. So just the sum value. There's a lot of things you can do with reports. This is just a brief overview, but it's a nice way of presenting your data, based on either tables or queries that you have, without having to alter that data.